What's going on YouTube? My name is Paul Moody and today I'm going to teach you how I play In My Life by the Beatles.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed.
Okay, so you're going to be in standard tuning. I've got the tone for the rhythm guitar part rolled way off, and to be honest, probably same for the lead guitar as well. It's just kind of that really subtle tone. You don't want it too bright. And I'm on the middle pickup on this guitar. Okay, so we'll start with the intro riff, and obviously it kind of comes in every so often and throughout the song. You're going to start with your first finger on the 2nd fret of the B string, and then also with your thumb on your right hand, you're going to pluck open on the A string at the same time. So that'd sound like that. Okay. Then the next bit, you're going to play your little finger on the 5th fret of the high E string. So that's that bit. Then you're going to play the first 2 notes again, just like we did at the start. So you go back to that. And then after you've done that again, that part, you're going to hammer on onto the 3rd fret with your 2nd finger on the B string. So, okay. Then you're going to do an open E string, high E. And then you're going to do 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the high E string. And as soon as you do that, you're just going to pluck with your thumb on your right hand on the low E string, open. So in total, I'll do it slowly, you've got it's quite hard to do slowly. So yeah, that's the full riff done. So and again. Okay, so that is the main riff. Now let's go into the chords. So you're going to, whilst the lead guitar is doing that, the rhythm guitar, you're going to start with the A to the E, E7, and again. But on the second time round of the intro, you're just going to stay on the E. Don't worry about the E7. Okay? Start the verse. And you're going to start the verse with an A. It's all very simple chords, pretty much, other than one that's a bit tricky. We'll get to that. But a lot of them are open chords, so relatively easy. So yeah, starting with the verse. There are, you're going to go A, places, to an E, F sharp minor, now this next chord is the main tricky chord. It's an A7 with a G in the bass. So I'm doing my A7 with my first finger on the 2nd fret of the D and the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the B. That's your A7, and then you're going to add the G in the bass with your 3rd finger, so it goes onto the 3rd fret of the low E string, and there is your A7 with a G in the bass. Now some of you may struggle to jump from the F sharp minor to the A7 with a G. If you do struggle, you can do alternatives. You can just simply do an A7, don't worry about the bass. Still sounds absolutely fine, and if you're doing it in a band, your bass player is going to be doing that bass note for you anyway, so if you are struggling, you can do that. Also, you can just do an A, flat A with your first finger, and play the G in the bass on your 3rd fret with your 2nd finger, so it's an A with a G rather than A7 with a G. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the A7 with a G is actually pushed, whereas the others are just played through at a normal sort of speed, so remember to push on the A7G, which therefore is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay? Carrying on then, you're going to go to a D, to D minor, so that's a quicker change, and then to an A. And then you're going to repeat all of that. So, there are places I remember all my life, though some have changed. And again, some forever, not for better, some have gone, and some remain. There you go, that's the verse done. Okay, so then going into the chorus, you're going to start on an F sharp minor. All these places had there, to a D, moments, to a G, with lovers and friends, to an A, I still can recall, back to F sharp minor, some are dead and some are. And then here you're going to do a B. Living. And then D minor in my life. And then A. I love them all. Back to the intro riff. So that's just A and E. And then next verse. And obviously the lead guitar part. Okay. Yeah, next verse. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these, and again, memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. And then to the chorus. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I loved you more. And then it's the instrumental break, which is basically following the verse chord. So. And again. Hope you like my instrumental there. And then into the chorus again. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. And then it's the intro riff once more. And that's just A and E for the rhythm. And then the last bit, you're going to do a D minor, but you're going to do it up here as a bar chord. In my life, I love you. And then into A. E. E7. A. So that's the end for the rhythm guitar. So it's just a quick passing from E to E7. Okay, so that's all the rhythm guitar done, and obviously the intro riff on the lead guitar we've already gone through, and that repeats throughout the song. The only other bit on the lead guitar is that ending that's slightly different. So it starts off the same as the intro, so that bit's the same, and then John does the I love you, and then here it's going to start the same again, so that bit's the same again, and then here's where it changes. You're going to do, so you're going to do, I love you, and then here's where it changes. You're going to do, I love you, and then here's where it changes. So that bit's the same again, and then here's where it changes. So that bit's the same again, and then here's where it changes. So that bit's the same again, and then here's where it changes. what is shaped like an open D7, which you'd usually play there, obviously. But you're playing it with these fingers rather than those ones. And you're going to slide it up 2 frets. So therefore, you've got your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the G string, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then your little finger on the 4th fret of the high E string. But you're going to also bar the last 4 strings with your 1st finger, so starting from the D string, and that's what you've got. So that adds like the little bass note to it, if you like. Okay, and you're going to strum through that, but you're going to go. So as you strum through the first time, then you're going to just do the high E string and take your little finger off, then back on. Sorted. So therefore, okay, and then you're going to change to this last chord, which your 1st finger barred there doesn't actually need to move. So that stays there. These 3 are going to move. So take these 3 off, leave that one there. Little finger goes on the 5th fret of the high E string, and you're just going to pluck. That's it. These 2 just stay off. And you're going to pluck from the open A string all the way through. I should have mentioned with that previous bit, that one, you've got to start the strum from the D string. And then when you change to this one, you're going to start from the open A. That's actually that sort of similar riff to I've Got a Feeling. I got a feeling. But you're just going to keep them 2 there, so. And that's it. So I hope that's helped you. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. I'll try my best to respond to as many as I can. Relatively straightforward song, just practice, and feel free to play along to my cover. The link's in the description. Also, one last thing, if you have enjoyed this video and it's helped you out a lot, I do also have a link in the description to a donations page, which you can make any sized donation towards me. And any amount is greatly appreciated, so thank you. And also let me know in the comments if you've enjoyed this video, because I've not actually done a guitar lesson for years now. The last one I did was probably at least two years ago. So yeah, let me know if you've enjoyed this, and if you want more guitar lessons, I'll see what I can do. Take care everyone, and see you soon.
Tell me that you got everything you want, and your back can't see